In activity 4.15, I'll demonstrate creating a lookup field based on a list of values. Now, this is the IT task database, and this is actually the tasks table. So this is where I would keep track of things. I get a computer problem called in. The computer is slow, and so work order number 1 gets set up. It's really not 50% complete. It's really 0% complete. And then status. What am I going to put for status? Am I waiting to work on this? Is this task waiting for somebody? Is it assigned? Is it, who knows? So in project management land, status is one of the things that project managers communicate to the sponsors of a project. Well, a task can be treated just like a project. A project can be treated just like a program, which is a group of projects, and all the way back to a task. The management techniques and the monitoring techniques used for each of those is the same. So what generally is a good idea is to create a set of values that can fill in the status to indicate where you are on the task or on the project. If you just leave it as a free form text field and there's 40 different students in the class, each one might come up with a different word or a different phrase for status, and that's not uniform. So we need to come up with some convention and enforce it. One way to do that is to create a lookup list, a lookup field using a lookup table or a list of values. Okay, so let's do it. So right click on the tab, go to Design View, and notice that status is a text field. If you drop that box down and select Lookup Wizard, this wizard creates a lookup field which displays a list of values you can choose from. How do you want your lookup field to get its values? We're going to select I will type in the values I want for this particular activity. Click Next. What values do you want to see in your lookup field? Enter the number of columns you want in the list and then type the values you want in each cell. Okay, so we want one column. And we'll put in some values here. We'll say not started. Enter. And I meant to hit tab, so we'll go back. Not started, tab. And then we'll say in progress, tab, completed, tab, deferred to someone else, tab. Now notice that we can't see all of deferred to someone else, so we'll double click on the right of column right there, and it will automatically size it. Then we'll click Next. What label would you like for your lookup field? Well, status is fine. Do you want to limit entries to the choices? So here I have a choice to limit it to the list that I've already added by checking the box. If I don't check the box, then somebody could just ignore my list and type whatever they wanted in there. And that's usually not a good idea, so I'm going to limit it to the list. Now I'll click Finish. I'll go back to Datasheet View, and yes, I'll save the table. So now I'm working on work order number 1. What's my status? When I put focus on the status field, I now get a drop down, and these are my choices. I'm not supposed to add anything in there other than what's in this list. However, I can edit the list of items. Okay, so I'll say not started, and then I'll click down here, and that commits it to the database. And that's how you would create a lookup field using a list of values.